Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hey, can y'all hear me? Am I audible? Can y'all hear me clear? Does it sound muffled? Good morning. Good morning. Am I clear? Are you guys sure I'm clear? Because I can readjust. But once I get to going, that's it, bitch. Right? Y'all can hear me. Everybody saying yes. Everybody saying yes. Yes, we can hear you. Okay. What's going on? Someone says audible. I appreciate that. Okay, listen. So, I had some friends over last night, and they ordered some Chinese food, and they left a carton of white rice. So I figured, why waste it? Don't judge me, but I'm just not finna sit around and just be eating white rice. You know, I ain't judging nobody who do, but I'm just not finna sit around and just be eating white rice, just be eating it. So I'm gonna do my version of Asian style fried rice. I'm gonna cut some corners because I'm not doing all the extra stuff, but we got the majority of what is needed, okay? We got the rice. It was in the refrigerator. It was cold. We got some minced garlic. That's very important. We got some bean sprouts. Okay, we keep it real around here. We got some organic mixed vegetables because you need that. All the chlorophyll and riboflavin. We got some green onions for garnishing. We got some sesame oil because this is a secret. We got some olive oil because that's what we do. We got some Kerrygold Irish non-salted butter because we care about our arteries. Some pepper for flavor, all right? Soy because that's how we get brown. And then I got Chef Holly's essential seasoning. Got onion, rosemary, I think thyme, and a little bit of cayenne in there. And olive oil, right? We're going to get this shit shaking. While we shaking, we're going to talk about In the Mix with Twixt, episode 5, all right? When we was in Mexico. If you haven't been watching, if you've been living under a rock, I have a docu-series out on YouTube called In the Mix with Twixt that documents my birthday this year as I travel to Cancun with my friends, family, and supporters and all the craziness surrounding the international trip. And on this particular episode, here we go with this shit. You know what? Hold on, we're gonna put this on medium. So the first thing you gotta do is scramble your eggs first. Now I just got 2 regular old eggs, 2 white eggs. I don't got my normal brown eggs. The brown eggs in Atlanta right now, downtown, is in a scarcity. Everybody wanna eat rice, so I had to go get the angry eggs. I don't have my normal cage-free eggs. Anyways. Child, this is the day that everybody was going on an excursion. We went zip lining, we went ATVing, and we went to the Mayan ruins, right? Now, on the episode, you see the children coming out the thing, talking about some. They was tired, they went out and partied, they did all this, right? Which is what they were supposed to do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I want y'all to party. I want everybody on the trip to have a good time because everybody paid their money to come. And I also want to say this too. I want to be very clear. In Nicole's case, because she was not an original host. In Nicole's case, she was not an original host, right? So she did not get a contract to be a host on the trip. However, and I want to be very clear on this, and the Holy Ghost is saying, Eddie said, so I'm gonna say it right now. Myself, Quentin T. Harris, Lauren England, Gardini, and We Were Born were all on contract. We're all on contract for the actual trip, right? I was on contract with Theo. Everybody else was on contract with me. What does that mean, Alba, that you keep saying on contract? Everybody who was on contract with me to actually host the trip, which these contracts got signed back in between the months of April and June. All of us, those names I just said, I would have to double check to make sure, but I'm almost confident because I didn't put nobody's face on a flyer until they actually signed the contract. And those flyers were up when we were doing the reunion, which was before June. It was like May. So yes, I'm almost 98% sure of what I'm saying is fact. Everybody has signed the contract. It was on contract. And what does those contracts mean? Q, Lauren, Gardini, Berlin, Jatwan all got the same contract that said, as co-hosts on this trip, if you are able to get, I believe it was 15 people to sign up underneath you, I would pay a certain amount per person. And I believe it was at least 15 people, you would get your room for free. I was underneath a very similar contract with Theo, right? Because that's just how this whole travel thing works. You got to be able to get a certain amount of people in order to get, perks, because money got to come in order for money to go out. So I told them, and I'm giving them money out of my cut. Theo ain't paying them. I'm the one who was paying them, saying, hey, if you're able to successfully get this amount of people to sign up underneath you, I will not only pay you this amount per person. If you get to this amount, I will comp your room for free. Everybody who was a co-host was underneath that contract between at least May all the way up until money was finally due, which was like December, June. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, right? And I also want to reiterate that anybody who had that contract, who had that agreement, understood that if they were choosing to come on the trip and film for the show, if it got down to the date where, and I believe, and Dario set this date, I didn't even set the date, it was a date, and I believe the date was in November. If you had not sold your required number of rooms to get your room comped and or your payment, you were responsible for your trip at that point. These were the conditions presented. Everyone said okay, and they signed, and they went on their merry way. So on the trip, and I just also want to say I'm grateful to everybody who came. I'm grateful to everybody who took the time and took the resources and did whatever to come on the trip with me. I'm very grateful for it. However, no one forced you. It was a choice that everyone who came made. And even when the premise of the show changed, I made a phone call to everyone saying, hey, this is what we're going to have to do with the project. You have the choice on whether you want to come or not. Everyone got that phone call. Everybody got that phone call. You have a choice if you want to come along on this project or not. It is up to you. I totally understand. Everybody told me, okay, Oliver, we're going to think about it. And you saw who came on the trip. I just want to put that out there. Child, got to get me a knife to cut my things up. We'll put this bitch on medium. I think it's on. There we go. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? I got this thing buzzing now, honey. We're going to put a little olive oil down in the thing, just a little bit. I don't believe when you scramble eggs, the whole pan needs to be saturated in oil. I just think that is a little lunatic-ish. All you need is a little bit just to make the pan wet. That's all you need. You just need a little bit to make the pan wet, baby. So fast forward to the actual day of, I also want to say this too. Now, I know you hear us talk about the itinerary being sent out late and whatnot, and all this other stuff. However, the itinerary was sent out and everyone had in their possession at least by the time they arrived to the resort. That is definitely the case, right? Even though they got it before then, by the time you got to the resort, you had the itinerary and you had all the times that Theo said we had to be up to go on the excursion, right? Everyone who was a cast member, who signed on to be a cast member on this show, also understood that we were coming to Mexico, yes, to be on a vacation, but we were filming a show as well. The same trip and same show that everyone who came made the choice to come on. I ain't holding no knife up to nobody's neck. I ain't threatening nobody. They made a choice to come on this trip and a choice to participate in the show. I don't think it was explicitly said, but I think it went without being spoken that every time there was an event, as co-hosts and as cast members, it was, you should be there. Now I didn't tell nobody not one time they had to film anything. Not a single time. Not a single time. And I also want to say, if anybody had told me they didn't feel like doing it like my family did, all right, cool. Cool. And I ain't even trying to be funny, but bitch, my name Oliver Twixt. I've been doing this social media, YouTube, TV shit for a smaller time now. Bitch, I'm gonna find something to entertain the people about. I don't need you. I'm so grateful you're here. I'm thankful. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna treat you right while you are helping me out. But I don't need you. Nobody ever told me they was tired or whatnot and whatnot. And I also want to say too, while I don't have a problem with the people going out and partying as they should have, keep in mind, at least I would have thought the people would have kept in mind, I'm fucking up talking about this bullshit. I'm dropping the onions down in the pan. Ain't supposed to be doing that right now. Give me 1 second. Let me fix this. At the point at which the times that we're going to be leaving the place and you've paid for these excursions, the responsibility of managing your time and energy, baby, is on you. Now, were we out all day? Yes, we were. Yes, we were. At no fault of mine, because this is Theo's trip that he done planned for us, right? We were still getting back at like 7, no later than 8, right? I don't know. I don't got no Bible on how you properly manage your time. But what I will say is, the times that we had to get up was known at the point at which we stepped foot on the resort. If the people wanted to film and do all that and not feel tired while they was filming and having to show up to work, then I personally feel like the responsibility to adjust your time was on you, and you find out how you work that out, right? Baby, you heard me. I was taking my black ass to bed. I was going to sleep. I was going to my room because, bitch, I knew I had to be up to film. Because, yes, I was on vacation. Yes, I was hosting the trip. But my priority was to make sure that the show happened. And that the camera crew was accounted for and everything was running smooth. That was my responsibility. And I adjusted my behavior as such. Try this bitch smoking. There it go. There it go. I didn't know the children had went out the night before and party like that. I didn't know it. Didn't nobody tell me nothing. All I saw was the people. And you know what? I didn't even really notice the people wasn't really present. I didn't really notice that in real time. You know, because I'm a morning person. I like to get up. And I like to get up early in the morning because I'm like, well, let me get up before God changed his mind and want to turn my fucking lights out. So anyways, the children on the thing sleep. Yes, I was the one who told the cameras to record everybody sleeping because I knew the shit was going to be funny later on. Everybody just knocked out, just snoring. I mean, just knocked out. Carrying, right? We finally make it to the place. The people telling us what we need to be doing. What we need to be doing, all the little waivers and whatnot, all that foolishness, all that carrying on, child. We handle all that. Then we get to the actual campgrounds, and I see my mama. Now, y'all know in the previous episode, for those who watched it, I was really nervous about my family not having a great day on the catamaran day. I was so happy when I saw my mom in her green screen say that she wanted to have that day to herself. It made me feel better. It made me feel a whole lot better. I'm always worrying, especially when I'm doing things that involve other people's time and resources. I be wanting people to have a good time. I be wanting people on my time, under my name, to have a good time. And that's why a lot of this time on this trip, baby, I was worried. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna heat up these mixed vegetables a little bit, okay? The bitch is just coming out the bag. We're gonna use all of them. We're gonna heat these bitches up. And we gonna swirl her around some more. Just let her do that. Now I can sit and talk to y'all for a little bit because they was frozen. So I was glad when my mama told me that she had a good day by herself and she wasn't really worried about it. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Y'all can still hear me? Oh, y'all in here this morning. Hey, well, good morning. Or the children is up. All right. All right. Hey. So here we go. We get down to the little spirit thing. Darius ain't want to do it. At the time, I didn't really understand, and to me, it wasn't like a big thing, but to him, I guess it was a big thing. And you know, can't nobody come between me and my Jesus, and I don't want to come between nobody else and their Jesus too. So if he said he was bothered, the nigga was bothered. I thought it was so funny when and if you pay attention, if you look in the scene, I think me and Nicole is standing right there, seeing him and Reggie go back and forth, baby, that shit was so funny to me. That was so funny to me. I thought it was so funny. I just thought it was so funny. Anyways, we start doing the little shit. Nicole and Berlin start their complaining. In the moment, and when you watch television, when y'all watch this, because I don't want the people that follow me to be ignorant. And it's not the most easiest thing to do. But I challenge you to watch what the person is saying in scene and watch what the person is saying in their green screens. Now, in the green screens, I was tearing them hoes up because I was over it. Because in my brain, I was over it. Like, girl, bitch, we all tired. We all. And y'all hoes easily could have stayed at the resort and just chilled out. Y'all really could have took a day off. And I would have been A-okay with that. On the outside, I'm trying to beat up with the people. I'm saying, I'm sorry, oh my God, what can we do? What can we, child, the people. But it's okay, because they girls, they women, I get it. I understand, and even if I don't get it, I'm at least just be compassionate, because y'all my friends, y'all doing me a favor, I appreciate it, we just gonna keep this thing going, okay? But, when it got to be excessive, I was over it. Oh, baby, I was over it. I hate complaining. I hate complaining in real life. Like, in real life, I hate when people complain. Because I feel like if you complaining, well, bitch, do something about it. And at the point in which you can't do something about it, why the fuck we still complaining? It's either do something about it or shut the hell up. That's just my world. Now, I could be wrong, and I understand that everybody may not agree with that equation. But to me, either fix it, or if you're not in the position to fix it, shut the fuck up. And I'll down that hill. We move on to the cenote. Baby! And just to show, because I know my fellow cast members are watching. I know my fellow cast members are watching because they have nothing else to do. Damn, I just hate everybody. I'm sorry, Darius and Nicole. I'm so sorry. Jatwan Berlin, that's not how that's let me take that back. I know they watching. We're just gonna leave it. I know they watching. I'm pretty sure they got a lot of better things to do, but they're gonna choose to watch me. I don't know why. And especially the ones that claim they don't like me. I don't understand how some people who claim they don't like something be the most ones that's watching it and being the most engaged. I find it to be a little psychotic. There are certain things and people on this internet I do not like, but y'all would never know because one, I'm never gonna talk about them, and two, I don't follow them nor engage in their shit. I'd rather give my brain, mind, body, and soul things that make me laugh and make me smile. The vegetables are almost defrost. Once I see them get a little brown on them, like some of these string beans in here, then I'm gonna take them out. We're gonna scoop them out and we're gonna keep this shit going. I don't understand why the bitches, I just don't fucking understand, and I'll never get it. But anyways, each is fucking on. Whatever make your dick twerk, that's just what it is. Alright. But to show that I'm still gonna be a team player, I'm gonna choose to go with child when Berlin slipped and fell. I was so nervous. I was very nervous, and it scared me. It scared me. Because I'm just like, girl, I don't need you succumbing to the forest. Like, I need you to stand strong and be present and accounted for throughout this whole process so we can deliver you back to Atlanta the way you came and not missing or having missing body parts. I don't want that for you nor for me, nor for Theo's insurance, because Berlin was covering me on Theo's insurance, okay? And the three of us, I don't know. Jatwan, what is Jatwan going to do without his best friend? Like, girl, no, we need you to be present. Girl, we need you to be strong and you know. But watching it back, the shit was funny. I probably played that clip like 10,000 times before the show even came out. That shit was funny to me. That shit was funny. But I'm glad Berlin lived to see another day. We got down to the cenote. I was personally excited to see the cenote because we had always seen these things in science class. My dumb ass talking fast at biology class in the show. And biology is you know, the cells and all this other stuff ain't got shit to do with the natural science in nature. Once I saw the cenote, I could have left. I ain't need to see shit else. I ain't need to see nothing else. I was done. Like, girl, especially when they told me it was bats in there, and the only thing I can honestly think of is one of these holes around me gonna make a noise, and the bat is gonna swoop down, and I'm gonna drown. I've watched too many scary movies. Okay, Descent, Ascent, what's the other cave movie? The Tombs, the Catacombs, the creatures flying, grabbing bitches and dumping them, slamming them against the wall. I've seen all those movies. And the crazy part of me believes it. I don't need to be made a believer. I saw what I needed to see. I stepped foot into it. And then when you step down in the cenote, it's little fish swimming down there, moving around, doing shit. I'm just like, okay, girl, I've got my experience. I'm done. I'm ready to go. We go up there. Nicole is still complaining. To my much surprise, in real time, Child Jatwan was on his best behavior, at least from what I could see, which I was grateful for, because don't nobody feel like dealing with an angry Jatwan in their presence in another country in the middle of the forest, and I can't run and get away. Don't nobody want to deal with that. So I was glad that baby at that time chose peace, because peace is nice. It's better than chicken and rice, and I appreciated that from him. Next was a zip line. Ooh, speaking of zip line, let's take a pause to talk about, I think, I'm gonna keep swirling this for a little bit. We're gonna talk about the zip line, then I'm gonna take it out. Oh, I think I'm most of my little thing. Child. Everybody was talking about my outfit. Now, if you didn't watch the show, in the little episode, I had on this set. It came with a jacket, zip-up jacket, and some pants, and it came with some shorts underneath them. However, the shorts had the booty cut out. Now, while I don't regret wearing it because I don't give a damn, it honestly was the only outfit I had left that was conducive for that trip, right? I knew we was going to a cenote, a sinkhole. I knew we was going on a sinkhole, and I knew we was getting on a zip line thing. So I didn't want to have to carry so many bags of clothing and items to change and do all that stuff. I figured the little Speedo was good for the cenote. I didn't know how deep the cenote was going to be. And then it could dry off and the harness could still go around it. That was my ideology. And then I had already wore all of my other bottoms, you know. So to me, that was the only thing I could wear. Whoever ain't like it, that's on you. My bad. You know, shit. Fuck you. Alright, so we go to the zip line. We in the zip line. The zip line was really good. I was real life afraid of the zip line because I am afraid of heights. That's one of my fears. I'm afraid of heights. I'm really afraid of things that I can't control or that I don't have no sway over. That's really my big fear. And I can't control gravity. Like I said in the show, when negative 9.81 meters per second squared take over, baby, that's it. You just got to go along with whatever gravity say. And if gravity say your skull gonna bust open and your spine gonna bust and rip, that's what's gonna happen. We don't got no control over that. And I just was like, Lord, I just don't want to fall and impale on one of the top of these trees. Like, that just wouldn't be sexy. That just wouldn't be sexy, and it just wouldn't be right. But thank to God, we made it through. Hold on. Y'all saw me over there trying to be a team player, help the Twan out because the Twan was going through it. Now I think Nicole, Darius, Nicole and Darius said they weren't gonna do it, and I think they went with the rest of the people who said they weren't gonna do that big one, and they went and sat down. But Jaswan wanted to do it, and I felt responsible in that moment to encourage him to go up the little thing, you know. And I wanted to be there with the baby while he was going up to the little thing. And it turned out really great. That part was fun. I had a lot of fun. We went over to the the Mayans. Y'all saw me smoking, baby. That weed was so good. When I tell you that weed was so damn fucking good. It just was good. Or I just really wanted it. I really don't know which one it was, but what I will say is that I was not the only one partaking. And I feel like that moment in the van is a moment that we all who were apart will remember. It was magical. It was really magical. The ruins, magical. Very magical. Overall, the excursions, which was the part I look forward to out of the whole trip, I think, at least one of the parts I look forward to the most in the whole trip. It turned out great. I loved it. I loved it. Now we gotta get to the van ride. Let me go get my bone. Just give me 1 second. Whew. I think it's brown enough. Ooh. Shit, hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. One thing at a time. We're going to put our vegetables in here. That's already cooked. We're going to slide this bitch back on there. And we finna get this thing keep on going, alright? Alright. Now we about to fry the rice. We're going to put a little bit more oil in there than we did the last time. And then we're going to put the butter. Now, I believe this is true. But I learned this from my granddaddy. My granddaddy said that he cooks with olive oil. He cooks with olive oil and butter because olive oil helps the butter not burn. And the butter gives it a better flavor, right? Which I would agree. But olive oil is actually what's going to help it, like fry. I don't know about all the culinary sciences. I don't fucking know. Y'all do y'all own research. I just know the shit works. And the pan is hot, so I actually can drop this, down now. Well, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to put the soy sauce down at the bottom first. Don't ask me how much. And then we're going to put the sesame oil. You don't need a lot of this. You'll fuck up the whole thing. Just put, like, bitch. We're going to put a drop went down. Another drop. We're going to put a little bit more because it's frying. So it may burn out. I'll put a little bit over there. But you don't need a lot of this. Like, I can smell it already. And then we're going to put the rice down in there while it's doing that. Right? And then we just going to stir and let her sit for a little bit. It's real easy. We're going to stir her around. Because once I get to talking about this van shit, I don't want to be interrupted. This little clump of rice. Break up, bitch. Alright. Ooh, wait a minute. I'm just gonna keep on doing this. So, child, we get to the van. We get on the van. Now, mind you, we've been at this shit all motherfucking day. I want to say we finished the excursion. It was still sun out. We was done by at least 5 o'clock, I want to say. At least. But we had been out for a good little minute. Like, we had, bitch, it was damn near 8 hours, like, in total, from us leaving to driving, doing the excursions, and coming back. We done walked through the sun. We done walked through the jungle. We done climbed. We done glided. We done swam. We done did everything. We, you, and me. The children get on the van and they start wanting to talk about the day. Now, I've heard everybody recount this story and everybody leaves out one important detail. When the children got to talking about what they felt like the day went, how the day went, what was going on, da-da-da-da-da. The other executive producer, who was the field producer, who was really managing everybody, including me, Theo Mosley, stood up and said, y'all hold this conversation for later so everybody can rest. The cameraman had been working tight. They had filmed the whole excursion. They, too, did everything that we did. They went in the cenote. Well, I don't know if they actually went in the cenote. But they did the zip lining. They did everything we did. They motherfucking tired. Tia stood up. And Darius and Nicole are in the chat. And I want y'all to call me a bold-faced liar right now. Call me a liar. If Tia did not stand up and say, everybody, we gonna hold this conversation until later. Y'all hold, ooh, shit. Y'all hold this conversation until later. Now, wait a minute. A little rice. Tia stood up and said, everybody, y'all hold this conversation until later. I was in the back. I was in the back. Theo was sitting right here. Darius was sitting right here. Baby, once Tia said, we gonna film this later, which is why you didn't see the cameras go back up after Nicole was doing all that. Baby, I turned to the window and said, all right, but we're gonna save this for later. Jatwan then turns around and begins to voice his opinions about the day. He went on. I did not interrupt him. I looked at him and he was smiling. He was laughing, actually, while he was telling me this about his grievances and whatever. Once he finished and got to a stopping point, I then politely said, with no attitude, because I really didn't have an attitude, I said, I hear you. Something to this effect. I can't remember verbatim what I said, but I said, I hear you. I understand, but right now, I just want to rest for a little bit. Can we, let's have this conversation a little later, once we get back to the resort, because, you know, I just can't, I'm not in a space to receive that, right? Let's take a pause. Now, what I don't understand, and I will never understand, and I stand firm on this, is how, and I'll put the whole cast in this. I'll put the whole cast, and I'll put production in this. I'll put everybody involved. This shit is popping, bitch. At the point at which the cast throughout the process has told me, hey, Oliver, I don't feel comfortable saying this. I don't feel comfortable doing this. I don't want to participate in this. I can't do this. I would prefer it not. We talk about this. I would prefer if we don't do this. Oliver, at this time, I cannot. Each and every time those sentiments have been expressed to me, I full-fledged stop each and every time. Because I care about people and I care about what they're going through, and I don't mind extending compassion. Even though I got a job to do and I got shit to do, I don't know what's going on in your world. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what you're feeling, because everybody don't tell everybody everything. You could have just had a whole full-fledged argument with your nigga or your mama or your job back at home, and I'm over here talking about, can you come film a scene right fast? And the only thing you asking me is, hey, not right now, or can we do this later? You're presenting a boundary and you're communicating you can't do something. And I feel like when people do that, that should be respected. I just just don't understand how those same people who want that same respect and who have gotten that same respect from me, when I said, I can't talk about this right now, but we could talk about this a little bit later when I'm in the space to receive it, I don't understand how that was a problem. Or, I understand how it's a problem because the people wanted from me what they wanted in that moment. I just don't understand once I communicate, hey, I'm tired, I'm a little restless, I can't talk right now. Can we talk about this a little later, right? And the reason why I said and did that is because I know what I give when I'm tired. I know what I give. I know what I give when I'm irritated. And in that moment, I wasn't irritated by nobody. I just was, bitch, I had been out all day walking around in nature. Bitch, I'm ready to take my drawers off, scratch my ass, and go to bed and take a bath. I know what she gives. And it ain't nice and lovely. It ain't. And I knew I was not in the place to hear anything like that from anybody in that moment. Not because I didn't want to hear it. Or I couldn't take it because at the end of the day, bitch, I don't give a damn. I honestly don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about a lot of shit that happens in life. I just don't, because I don't think anything deserves that amount of care and energy from me. There's other important things to me, and most of them involve me, which I think everybody should feel that way, honestly, that I would rather give my energy to or my cares to. So the fact of them saying they didn't like how the day was going was not a problem for me. That was not a problem. Because again, receiving that criticism wasn't something that I cared about. Like, it wasn't like, oh, my feelings are hurt. Like, no, girl, tell me what's going on with you. I'm just telling you that right now, girl, I can't talk about it. So after I said, I don't want to talk about it, he said, okay. He then turns around, dares call me a liar. He then turns around and said, okay, well, I just want to say this. I just want to say this. So at the point at which he begins to say, I just want to say this, I feel like a boundary is being crossed immediately because I've already communicated I'm not in a place to talk about this and I don't want to talk about this right now, but we could talk about this later. I don't fucking understand why you're now insisting that we talk about this. I let him finish again. I said, well, Theo is sitting right here. If you want to voice, if it's so important to you that you voice your concerns right now, and they got to be heard right now, the person who is responsible, these are facts, Oliver didn't, oh shit, now wait a minute. Oliver didn't plan this trip like that. I don't know shit about organizing a walk through a Mexican jungle. I don't even know who you fucking call. The person who can address this and fix this is sitting right here. The person who put all this together or has the power. Oliver don't got the power to change or fix this. I don't got no power to change or fix this. I literally, factually do not have the power to change or fix this. The only power I got is to turn over and look at Theo and say, hey, Theo, the people feel this way. What can we do next time? That's the only thing I can fucking do. If it's so important that you voice it right now in this moment, talk to Theo. Theo, his happy ass gonna listen to you. And he gonna smile and do all that. Right now, I don't feel like it. Not because I don't want to hear you, and I want to keep reiterating. It was not because I didn't want to talk to him. Bitch, I'm tired. The same way y'all drunk hoes is tired. Bitch, I'm tired. My feet hurt. I'm sweaty. I stink. I've been in the same sun, walking through the same cenote, on the same zip line, on the same hills, on the same Mexico, on the same hot-ass man as y'all. Bitch, I'm tired. This rice is popping me. But that's all right, because we got something to do. We got stuff to do. I just wanted to I want a little bit more to get a little brown. I may turn it. I'm going to turn it up once I mix everything in there, so it can really, really brown. So after I said that, he then sorry, I'm seeing y'all comments. Y'all know I can't read comments while we doing this. He then, after I tell him, well, you can talk if you. So here's my thing too. If you wanted to just to hear your grievances, if you just wanted your grievances to be heard, you had somebody, the person who could fix it, ready to listen to you. Why the fuck you still bothering me? Why the fuck you require so much of me? Why you want to fuck with me? If you just want your grievances to be heard. Theo was right there ready and willing and able to listen to you. And again, I'm not even saying I don't want to talk about this at all. I was very clear. I would love to hear what you got to say. I just want to go to, I can't listen to you right now, bitch. I'm tired. Because what you want from me, the compassion, the care, the person who wants to fix it and help you, she ain't here. She ain't here. And that's to nobody. That's not to be vindictive against nobody, bitch. Just like everybody else. Ho, I'm tired. Ho, I'm tired. And the person you want to be here right now, she ain't here. But Theo was here if you just want to be heard. She don't talk to Theo. She comes back to me. So I'm like, okay, now. So Darius called me a liar. After that, when she just kept talking, I just looked at her. Just like this. Okay. Okay. At that point, it was at that point, I said, oh, I can't rest. Y'all want me to, y'all still want me to interact with y'all while I'm under these conditions. Well, you know what? You keep knocking on my door. You keep texting me. You keep calling me. You keep putting mail in my mailbox. You keep sending smoke signals. You keep honking your horn. The bitch that I was trying to keep away from everybody, I'm going to purposefully bring her out. On purpose. So yes, I walked into that nightcap in Nicole's room knowing and had already decided that after we have a great amount of fun and we key and we laugh, I'm gonna be very present in that moment. I'm gonna key and laugh with y'all. But the moment that anybody brings up earlier, I'm going to bring the bitch that I was trying to keep out of the mix. She here. And I'm gonna give y'all a hard motherfucking time. The same hard time y'all gave me, y'all about to get it. Y'all about to get it. One, because I knew the shit was gonna be entertaining. Now I done burnt this a little bit, but it's alright. We're gonna put this back in here. And this will be adding everything. Now granted, y'all know, for the people who know me, know, bitch, I don't even eat rice. I ain't gonna even eat this. I just wanted to cook. We're gonna throw everything in here, child, and let's see what happens. And I mean, honestly, the fight was just a reiteration of everything I said. All I said was, I feel like you are trying to villainize me having a human moment. It wasn't like I didn't want to speak to y'all because I didn't want to speak to y'all. I just was not in the place to speak to y'all. I just wasn't, because, bitch, I was tired. And I wanted to rest. My brain was not in a place to receive. And I feel like there's some people like, where you were the leader of this trip, yes. And like every leader, bitch, you get tired. And if that's the hierarchy that the people want to place it in, I still wanted to be a leader. And I feel like a good leader knows when they're not in a place to lead. And in that moment on the van, hearing grievances at that moment in time was not the place that I wanted, that I could be a leader. So I looked to the other leader, Theo. Theo, talk to the people, because, bitch, I'm tired. Like, girl, I cannot. And I'm not going to apologize for me in that moment not being able to. Because I wasn't rude about it. I didn't dismiss nobody. Now, if you felt dismissed, that's your experience, and those feelings are very valid. I wasn't dismissing nobody. I just was being very honest with myself, and in that moment being honest with other people, because what I did not want to do was to talk, which ended up happening anyways, What I did not want to do was to communicate with anybody in a place where I knew I was not in a place to do so, and then have to apologize for my behavior later on. The only difference between the van and what happened later on in the room was what happened in the room, bitch, was intentional. That's why I don't mind apologizing to the people. Because when I watched it, I said, "Ooh, Miss Oliver, girl, you was giving these children here hell. Ooh, y'all, I'm so sorry." I said on the after show of this episode, y'all, I'm so sorry. Because I was intentionally being the bitch to y'all, because y'all had pissed me off and y'all was getting on my motherfucking nerves, and I didn't want to hear no more shit. I just really didn't. I was fucking over it. And I knew me tearing y'all asses up. Oh, I forgot to put in the garlic. And I knew me tearing y'all asses up in that room was going to be entertaining. I mean, because who doesn't like an angry Oliver on their TV every now and then? Every now and then. Who don't like it? And that's that on that. And this is definitely one of those situations. I understand how everybody feel in that moment. Y'all should have left me alone. Shit. The same way that y'all be crying and saying the people is bullying and they bothering and they just what they call it, gaslight and all this other stuff. I'm literally saying I am not in a place to talk, but the people still forcing me to do something that I'm saying I can't do. So what is that? Ain't that's bullying? I think that's bullying. Ain't that's bullying? I would think so. I think so. However, after that scene, we all went out. And the scene didn't get played until the next episode. But we all went out after that, and we had a drunk good time. And you know what? I had a conversation where we were born that was not on camera. Because I just don't believe that everything got to be on camera. But child, I would say in this year, I'm trying to choose my words the right way. In dealing with certain people, baby, you just got to make sure the shit is recorded. Because hoes would get to twisting and forgetting and omitting, and it just be like, well, girl, you said it. Your ass is on tape saying it. Stay tuned. But we had a very great open conversation that night where they said this, and I quote, they said, "Oliver, we are very proud of you and how you are able to do you and what you've been able to do with it." And I quote, "We look up to you and we are inspired by you." And I believe in that same conversation. I thank them once again. I was so proud of them. And I honestly wasn't. I still am very proud of them for coming on the trip and for, showing up the way they did. For sticking with the project when they honestly did not have to. I think I'll turn this off. When they honestly did not have to. And it was a great time. It was a great moment. And I honestly thought, that from Mexico that we all were building stronger bonds with each other in friendship. And I feel like when you trying to be friends with somebody, it's just the way that you try to act like all this internet shit and taking every conversation and everything to the blogs and to the internet. To me, that's not friendly. I don't think that's friendly, in my personal opinion, because you're taking situations going on in your friendship and you're allowing the court of public opinion to rule over it and have their input when they don't have nothing. They don't got nothing to do with it. And the only thing they're doing is adding opinions from content they've seen that's already edited and all this other stuff. Why can't we just be present in the moment? And why can't we do all the things that off camera we say we're gonna do to each other, which is check in with each other, care about each other, not call each other out of their name, not be disrespectful, not get on the internet and do all this craziness. I don't like it. And I do think it's very lowbrow. It's lowbrow for me. I don't know about anybody else's brows, but some of those actions are low for my brows. They too low for my brows, and I don't think highly of the behavior. One thing I'm gonna stop doing is apologizing for how I feel, because what I've come to notice, the bitches who don't like me not gonna like me. I can say everything. I can bake them a cake. I can get them back on the channel. I can do whatever. If they not gonna like me, they just not gonna like me. So I might as well say what the fuck I gotta say any of the fuck ways, right? Cause fuck it. Let's taste this foolishness I done did. Now, it look kind of nice. Now, if this came in your Uber Eats bag, but you would eat it too, just by appearance. But let's see what it tastes like. And I'm going to be honest. I'm glad by the end of the night we was all able to resolve our issues. Because we did. At least from my vantage point. Everybody was hugging, kissing, laughing, having a good time, saying, I love you. All this carrying on. So from a flavor standpoint, I actually didn't do too bad. Now, some of these kernels are deep fried. Some of these little ricings. Well, all right. And that's it for episode 5. What y'all hoes talking about in this comment? What y'all talking about? Let me go to the top and scroll through before I cut this shit off. Hey! I definitely live under a rock. Too much negativity in the world is draining. Yes, darling. It's so draining. I would. Thank you so much. Hey, good morning. Good morning. What's up? I'm looking at y'all comments. I'm going to respond. This show started being advertised last year before Chasing even ended. Yes, ma'am. And everybody that you saw advertised at that moment was under the contract that if they sold a certain amount of rooms and got all that they can get their room for free and they can get a check from the Twixt Collective. Now, whether or not the people advertised and or had the people interested enough to come see them, I don't know shit about that, but everybody had the same opportunity. And when the show changed, I want to reiterate, when the show premise changed, I called everybody that day. I called everybody. Q, Lauren. I said, hey, we getting close to the day. I didn't talk to Andario. Because remember, I didn't pay the cameraman to come. I can't get my money back. So, bitch, I got to go film something. My family was coming. My family just so happened to be coming. I didn't bring my family on this trip. My family paid their money to come on this trip. It's going to have to be a show about me. Do y'all still want to come? Y'all got the choice. Y'all got the choice to come or back out. Y'all got the choice. And we see what choices were made. Ooh, Theo said he sent the thing out a week to 2 weeks before. Okay. All right. But what's the point? Who fought? We fought in our room, baby. We was partying at night. I had to shut their ass down at a certain time to make sure we got up. We definitely party hard. Derry said it was knocked out, drooling. Yes. Hey, we had calculated the bus ride as our sleep time. Okay, well, nice. I'm glad y'all had some what is it? Some prior planning. Yes, good morning, okay. I didn't want to do it. Theo said he really didn't want to do it either. Oh, y'all talking about a little smell at Reggie charged you. Theo, I parted that nap out and I wasn't tired. I was hot and didn't feel like working out. Okay. I should have let Oliver have it in my green screens. You should have. Better luck next show. And excessive it was. Love my sisters. He's talking about they complaining. Nicole complained, but she was still a good sport. So no take, right. One thing about me, I'm going to complain, but I'm going to get the job done. Complaining is a coping mechanism. Ask my trainer. I talk ish all day. I know that's right. She got paid to relax. Oh, she gets paid to relax. All right, Nicole. Diagnosis needed. Not make the dick twerk. I said that, Lord Jesus. Sir Cumming is crazy. Yes, Sir Cumming. But Lynn scared me. She scared me too. You're in rare form. Yes, I am. And it's only going to get worse. Oh, you didn't know your classes like I didn't know my Spanish. I know that's right. You are going to overcook them veggies, my friend. No, I think they kind of turned out okay. I just don't want to taste no ice. That's what I be caring about. Ass out Oliver, yes. We calling those shorts. LOL. It wasn't supposed to be your single. We did hotbox in that van. Hey, for the record, I'm just not an outdoors type of girl. I mean, it made great TV. It made great TV. Next time, put the rice in first. Okay. It was 10 hours to be exact. The call time was 7 a.m. I know that's right, Nicole. So Nicole says we started to talk and it was stated that the audio was not good and we needed to rest. So that is why I invited the people over to my room later to finish the convo. So you are correct. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tia was the first one to stand up and say, hey, y'all save these grievances for later when we have great audio. Thank you. He's a habitual line crosser and a victim. Oh my God. Okay. Oliver, sometimes you could be messy and watch the mess unravel. Okay. Okay. Hey, Oliver, you're not perfect. Do have some moments, but I adore your heart because you really have a great intentions and beautiful spirit. You inspire me with your flaws and all. Oh, thank you. Okay. No, he wanted them to be heard by you. Correct. He cares about your opinion, wants you to adore him, no shade. I would agree. I honestly be trying to lighten the mood. I could tell when a laugh needs to be inserted. Perpetual grasper for something gets. Oh my God. Oh, y'all down here. Oh, Jesus. This is why I can't read this while I'm doing this because I don't need to take in this energy. Yes, Nicole did a great job on the show. Everybody did a great job for the show. All the hard work me and Darius to make the night for you blacks. We almost went to Mexican jail. I don't know who almost went to Mexican jail. We wasn't gonna go to Mexican jail. Nicole. Hey Oliver, I feel like you are nice. May God bless you. May God. Thank you, baby. I was watching some of the episodes of Berlin. Honestly, I don't feel like you are how everyone else perceives you. Baby, I'm not. It's only in Chasing Atlanta. It's only in the Chasing reality world and with certain girls that they have these opinions. And everywhere else I've been on television, even on my own YouTube channel, interviewing people, you can read the comments each and every time. And I show up the same. I just think for some people, I'm just a lot. And I think for some people who have their own negative insecurities about themselves and are having negative times in their lives and are just not happy and have so many grievances and view the world a certain way, Oliver will always be a villain. But it's okay because in my reality, they are a clown. And we laugh at them. The problem is they smiling. All right, that's exactly why I wasn't here for. We were going to come back to Chasing. The guy has anger management issues. Deep fry. Add some soy sauce. Baby, I'm not finna eat this shit. I just wanted to cook it. I don't eat rice like that. May God bless you and may you stay away from negative people. Don't worry, baby. The time is just ticking on down. Yes, I done made some fried rice. I try to read y'all comments. Has the cast been decided for In the Mix with Twixt season 2? It had. Well, I'm starting to build it out. The In the Mix with Twixt this season was really proof of concept, pilot. Like, of course, it's on the Chasing Reality channel. There's episodes of it, but I just really needed to get a concept captured on camera, and I needed to get analytics so that when I go into these meetings that I'm going into very, very, very soon to pitch and sell, she has her data. Met you in Orlando the past weekend. It was love. Aw, thank you. Hey, Darius. I don't want nobody coming live with me because I don't want nobody feeling bullied and then y'all hosts be coming on here saying stuff and I be responsible for it. I just don't want to be responsible for nothing else nobody said. I want to be responsible for what the fuck comes out of my mouth because I don't got no interest of time no more. I'm just trying to do my shit so I can get the fuck out of the way. But if you get in my way, don't be mad when I run you the fuck over and bust your skull open. Twixt is on the Chasing Reality YouTube channel. This last episode, the numbers, oh my God, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful because I'm trying not to sound mean and nasty, so I ain't gonna say it. I'm just grateful. Y'all keep watching and tuning in, okay? Y'all keep clicking those links and watching the children act up and fight. And I'm really grateful for the children acting up. And I'm grateful for the children getting down in the blogs, making people come watch and stream the show that I gave the network. Please keep watching. Please keep talking about it. Please keep watching. Please keep commenting. I hate to see the children fight each other and kill each other, but they petty chit chatter does help make my pockets fatter. So I'm grateful. Ooh, I'm hungry. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm finna go. These will be uploaded on the Oliver Twixt YouTube channel, where you can watch this and so many more things. I have so many great announcements coming soon. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to go live and get down in the chats with y'all and then on the blogs and stuff like that, because Miss Oliver be over here working, trying to get, I like to eat pizza whenever I feel like it. So there's so many in writing, ink, stamped, great, amazing announcements coming up very soon. I would say within the next week or two that I'm very proud about. I'm very excited. And I'm very happy about this new phase and chapter that we're about to embark on. Yes! I love you guys. Bye. Oh, boy, I turn my left, I